town made famous by its creature-infested dungeon. From his hilltop castle, Baron Sukhumvit designed his labyrinth of horrors. When it was built, he issued an annual challenge to all heroes, brave or foolish enough to wager their souls. As a prize, survivors would be rewarded in riches beyond their wildest dreams. Whilst some adventurers get ready for battle on the eve of the quest, others, less experienced, walk foolishly into battle. Townsfolk wait patiently in the taverns, hoping that maybe, just maybe, one day a champion will rise who can conquer the perilous depths of Deathtrap Dungeon.
Hello everyone, my name is PJ and this is my friend Tyler and welcome to
2P Deathtrap Dungeon.
Yep, Ian Livingstone's Deathtrap Dungeon. Bit of history. This was originally a choose-your-own-adventure book, a part of the Fighting Fantasy series written by Ian Livingstone.
They were intended to actually spawn this off into a bigger series of other Ian Livingstone's books. Didn't go so well.
Yeah, they started with the most popular book, and the game didn't go over so very well because people thought it was too hard, and since it was basically made by the same company that made Tomb Raider, it runs in the same engines, people just called it a Tomb Raider ripoff and just kind of forgot about it. So they never made any more fighting fantasy games.
Well, the thing is that before we get started with actually playing the game, we should probably talk about the trouble we've had with this game.
Oh yes, there was a reason we weren't able to play it last week. This game does not want to be emulated at all. Not even the PS3 can do it.
No, because the PS3 version is completely messed up. The menu is terrible. You can only play as one of the two characters for some reason.
We ran into some other people online who have had trouble playing this game on PS3. It forces you to choose one of the two characters. You can't pick the girl. You're forced to play as the guy. All the sound settings are turned to 0 as soon as the game starts, and you begin the game unarmed. Which isn't so bad, you can just equip your weapon, but you gotta play as the guy, and you gotta play with no sound if you play on PS3. It's bullshit. And actually emulating this game was a nightmare.
And while it can be emulated and can be played,
it just takes way too much fiddling.
Yeah.
What we're doing is we're actually playing a physical copy of the game.
Yes, I picked one up in my collection earlier on because he told me how great the game was. And honestly, I had this thing called a Dazzle, which was a recording device for 480p signals.
We're using the Dazzle right now and recording straight from my PS2 Slim.
Yeah, so it's not going to be super clean. There's not going to be any anti-aliasing removed or anything.
No, it's very fuzzy, as you can probably see.
But the thing is that all things considered, It works.
We got it running.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I messed with it for a while, and I can play the game. So as long as I can do that, we're good.
So what's in the option menu here? What can we actually change?
Well, there's the sound menu, the memory card, which, by the way, we need to get a memory card because I don't have one plugged in.
Hopefully that's... well, do you have a PS1 sitting around somewhere? PS1 memory card?
I have several memory cards. Just give me a second.
Okay. Probably should have put that in there first. Yeah, because we kind of need it. Unless you just leave the PS2 on forever.
I can't do that. And there's always a risk of losing our... Well, if we die once, we lose everything. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, where else would you have put it? Are we going to have another thing we can't actually play the fucking game? Yeah, did you stick it at one of your shelves or anything?
See, when my desk was in this original location, I just had them at a stack.
Yeah. Like, so what happened to them? I don't even know where you'd even have them.
Wait. There they are.
Oh, okay. Jesus, man.
Right next to my PS1 shelf.
You had to fucking scare me half to death.
I was scared too. Okay, we found a memory card. It took a while. I had all my memory cards up there on the shelf, and
it used to be on his desk. I don't know why they got moved. They just did.
Well, because we ripped out our carpet.
Yeah.
And I typically don't play on console anymore, since most of the games I play now I record. So.
And it's easier recording from a PC than a console.
Yes, much easier.
Well, go into the memory card screen so make sure it can see it.
Yeah, make sure that... Well, let's see what games are on this.
Well, let's make sure...
Make sure I have configuration load or save.
Well, hit load. Can I actually see anything?
Load your config. Oh, this is for saving your configuration.
Oh, okay.
I don't really have a configuration, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually... No. Well, then we'll get out of here then, I guess, unless you want to save.
There should be a spot.
I really don't like the way the back triangle button looks. Like, it doesn't really look like a triangle button. It looks just more like a runic symbol.
Yeah.
Like, it's confusing.
See, controller menu. Yeah, the controls are all very, very similar to Tomb Raider. Just gonna use the default settings.
I see it does the Kingdom Hearts thing where triangles jump, or whatever.
In Kingdom Hearts, circles jump.
Circles jump? Oh, sorry. Triangle's the reaction command button. Yeah. Sorry.
How many times have you played Kingdom Hearts?
One, like 10 times.
It's always been circle. And the highlight of the options menu is the sound test menu. Everyone loves the sound test menu. Because for sound effects, you've got a guy in a stretcher bed.
That's so terrible. Yeah, that's so terrible. Oh god. That's stock sounds, but still.
And for music, you got an orc band.
Which is as terrible as it sounds. They're not even playing anything. They're just strumming.
This game doesn't really have much music. It's mostly quiet ambiance.
But they consider it music.
The thing about this game, you ever have one of those games that isn't really bad, but everyone considers it bad because it's too hard? Like a lot of the people that play Dark Souls, for example.
At first, yeah.
Yeah. This is one of those games. Because it has its own cult following. There are a lot of people who love it. But most people hate it. And this includes the people who've never played it and just go off of hearsay. Like, oh, most of the people I've heard say that it's bad, so it must be bad, and I'm just going to say it's bad. Hate that. But yeah, load game. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Okay.
One thing I hate about that menu too is the way that the actual controls work. Because the middle skull, like you can't press left and right on the middle skull to go up a level. Like if you press,
you gotta hit up left.
Yeah, it's just really weird to me how that is. But these are the two main characters.
Yep. On the left you have the guy. His name is Chain Dog. He was raised in an arena pit. Basically, he's a wild animal in a man's body. Mm-hmm. But eventually he managed to escape. And he tried to blend in with regular society, tried to become normal, but he realized he just couldn't. So now he just fights and is constantly searching for the next challenge. And
he's left-handed, which is cool.
Yeah, and don't think for a second that you start with that axe that he grabbed out of the guy's back in the opening.
You think you would.
He doesn't.
No. Well, canonly, are these characters friends?
They don't know each other, no. They just kind of bumped into each other at the tavern and I guess maybe went into the dungeon at the same time, except that they don't, because you can only pick one.
Do they just like share like a kinship, sort of?
Not really.
No?
Because Red Lotus's reasons for fighting are very different. She was kidnapped by pirates as a child and raised as a slave, and as she watched them kill people, she became fascinated by it. And she started coming up with new ways to kill people in her spare time and training when she was alone. And then when it came time for the pirates to take a different interest in her, she slaughtered them all. So now she basically just goes around being this femme fatale kind of character, telling all men that if they can defeat her in battle, then they will win her love. And so far, no one has defeated her.
So a great example of a strong female character then.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't get why she had to do her nails before going into
Well, she needs to be pretty, you know?
But she's wearing gloves. Fingered gloves.
It's a great point, actually. What the hell? It makes no sense.
Yeah. And the opening cutscene doesn't do the most fantastic job of explaining the story. It seems to imply that Baron Sukhumvit is the main villain of this game, but he actually works for the main villain, a dragon named Melkor, who is the final boss of this game.
Who was doing the narration in the beginning? Was that Sukhumvit?
Sukhumvit? No.
No?
No, because if it was him, then he would say I, and not refer to himself in the third person.
Well, maybe.
But that narrator sounded familiar, didn't he?
Yes, it does.
I don't know who that is.
Well, you might as well read this out.
Yep. Welcome to the dungeon. No creatures of the underworld patrol the great gatehouse. Take this chance to compose yourself and practice your skills before venturing into the depths of the earth. You are safe here. For now. Yeah. This is the first level of the Spire Zone. The game's levels are divided into zones, starting with the Spire, which is comprised of about 4 to 5 levels. I forget how many zones there are and how many total levels there are, but there's less than 50. Yeah, but you hold in circle to run forward. Just up makes you walk. Down makes you walk backwards. Left turns you left, right turns you right. It's tank control, just like Tomb Raider. Triangle makes you jump. Up and triangle makes you jump forward. And backwards.
And side to side, yep. The way I've kind of read about this game is that it's basically Tomb Raider with more of a combat focus, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though there was plenty of combat in Tomb Raider, it was all easy combat because it was all guns that auto-targeted. Mm-hmm. But in this game, it's mostly melee. Yeah, if you just hold in the X button, you start stabbing forward. If you hold in up and X, you do an overhead swing. Left or right and X
Does do sweeps.
Horizontal swipes, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good for lobbing off the heads of imps. And you can also attack backwards, which is a feature that wasn't in the PC version of this game.
Nice. What I actually like about that is like they actually were able to squeeze a lot of different attacks out of like a very limited control space.
Yeah.
It could have been implemented better, obviously, but it works.
Very important, something I never knew as a kid, holding an R1 is guard.
Okay. That probably helps a lot.
Yeah, but it takes a second to actually get the guard up.
That's a pretty awkward guard, though. Like, she's not really, like...
Well, she's bracing herself on the ground so she doesn't get knocked back.
I mean, I guess I understand that, but it's awfully low. Like, it's not even like a sexy pose or anything. It's just sort of like...
R2 enters first-person mode. You can't move in first-person, but because of this game's camera, you're going to need to use this on occasion. One
thing I like about the effects here is I like the waving flags. That's a very nice effect for PS1.
Okay. L1 I don't think does anything. Not that I can tell, but L2 makes you walk very slowly.
Oh, and just so that they understand, because I was confused about this too, the red bar next to the skull health meter there is your...
Can I finish explaining strafing first?
Go ahead.
Okay. You hold an L2, and it makes you walk. And as long as you are walking, you can't walk off ledges.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can stand here, hold an L2, and I can't walk off the side.
So it's sort of like Minecraft rules?
With shifting?
Yeah.
Yeah, now back to the speed bar.
Yes. As long as you run, it will fill up, and if you complete a jump when the meter is filled, you go slightly more distance, right?
Yeah, normally when you run and jump, you get a long jump like that. But if you keep running until the bar is full and jump, And you get a long jump. Really long.
Very, very long. Almost in slow motion looking.
Yeah.
But that might just be due to the frame rate.
Yeah, so we walk in here, when you see these machines that shoot fireballs out, they're pretty easy to dodge. And of course, next to the skull, which is glowing green because we're at full health, is our health, which starts at 100, but it can go over 100 in some circumstances.
So Doom rolls.
But you can't get, like, infinite health or anything like that.
I mean, what's the highest it can go? Like 200?
I don't know, it depends on how much health you have when you pick up an Ankh of Vitality. Because there's a couple major ways to heal yourself in this game. One is just by picking up healing potions. If you have less than full health, picking up a potion will automatically heal you by its value. Any extras just add it to your inventory. Ankhs of Vitality, I think they heal you immediately. I forget if they're items.
So there actually is like a usable item menu and stuff?
Yeah, you hit select. This is your weapons menu. I think this is your special weapons menu. And there's chalk here. Yeah, if you use chalk, it draws an arrow in the direction you're facing on the floor. It's useful for, helping yourself find your way around.
Well, considering how labyrinthine a lot of these designs can be, it seems like it'd be a helpful idea.
The first few stages aren't that labyrinthine. But yeah,
there's a key counter, I see.
Yeah, some stages will have up to 3 different keys. But yeah, this bar, I believe, is for spells. You don't learn spells in this game, you collect them. So they're basically just items, attack items. Yeah, but there's 4 different inventory bars, so there's lots of stuff to collect. Right now, all we have is a sword.
And there's very little reason, I assume, to use hand-to-hand combat.
Oh yeah, never use hand-to-hand combat, because this sword, you will never lose it. Ever. So why not just use the sword? It's stronger.
It begs the question as to why they even bothered including unarmed. Yeah.
I don't know. Challenge runs?
Probably.
Fist only?
More options.
Monk run? Anyway, something I want to point out and why I've been standing here for so long is that mechanically there are no differences between Chain Dog and Red Lotus, unless you count the fact that Red Lotus has a smaller frame and takes up less of the screen so you can see better, and there's also a smaller target. So optimally it's better to play as Red Lotus. But also when she climbs tall walls, she does this.
So she does the Tomb Raider thing.
Yeah, but just automatically instead of being a secret.
That was always the most ridiculous thing Laura ever did. Like, why do you... Lara. Because, honestly, why would she even bother, like, doing that? That's so hard to do. I mean, is it even possible? I assume it's possible.
Okay, everything that I'm doing, climbing up here, this is all optional. You pull this lever, and a teleporter appears on the other side.
Wouldn't it be so cool if that teleporter took you right to the final boss? Wouldn't that be hilarious?
No.
I know that's
You could never defeat the final boss with as little equipment as we have.
Yeah, but it'd be funny.
Yeah, and the way to get over there, this little lip that sticks out on this side, you gotta jump from here. And timing your jumps can be very difficult when you start playing this game. I didn't make it.
Got 2 fireballs, though.
Yeah, but I took 2 points of fall damage, so...
How does the fall damage work, calculation-wise? No idea?
Any fall that you can climb up from, you don't take damage from.
Okay.
Anything longer than that, you take damage from.
Alright. Yeah, so I've seen you do this jump before. It is very specific.
God damn it. I'm gonna take 2 points of damage every time I fail this. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you have to do? Is grabbing automatic? You just have to kind of get the right angle?
You can't really grab it. You just gotta kind of make the jump.
It's not like you can even get a running jump and then, like, turn and jump that way either.
Well, you know, I probably could. Just start over here. It'd be kind of difficult making the turn.
Yeah, but you could try.
Yeah.
It would get you a long jump, right?
Yeah, throw up the speed bar.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Made it and then some.
Oh.
I wish I'd thought of that before.
Well, that's what I'm for. That's what I'm here for.
So we come over here, and this will teleport us up to that windowsill right next to it.
Really?
Yep.
They put an enchanted teleporter to get up to a windowsill?
Well, you can't reach it otherwise.
Can you break the windowsill? Like, can you break the window?
No. There are no secrets in this stage.
Oh,
just
okay.
a bunch of optional pickups.
All right.
Then you back up, and if you're forced to take fall damage from that, this game likes to damage you a lot, but it's really generous with healing.
Yeah, because I know that when you first started doing this, when you were first just kind of playing it after all those years, you were so worried that this game would be so difficult.
So very, very difficult.
But I think what it is that you probably you played all the Tomb Raiders on the PS1 except for Revelations, right?
And Chronicles.
And Chronicles. So I mean, you must have some, experience now with this sort of system.
With the tank controls and stuff. Yes.
Yes.
Now that lever opens this door, which Square interacts with doors and levers and stuff, and that's important because there are a lot of platforms who just stand on them and think, what is this? It's a platform? It's part of the floor? Okay. Not knowing you gotta hit square while you're standing on it to make it rise.
Well,
or descend.
Well, what are you interacting with then? What, you're just kind of like, are you like stomping on the platform to make it go up? Like...
I guess so. There must be like a brick in the floor that you kick your heel into.
Okay.
But yeah, this part, you come to this seemingly dead-end room, but the floor is a slightly different color. So what you gotta do is, as soon as the camera angle changes and the doors shut to lock you in, jump backwards. Two damage.
Okay, that lets you avoid some damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Normally you take like 6 damage.
That's mean.
But yeah, got all the pickups. It's an easy stage. No monsters, no secrets, nothing. And that's Spire 1. So now we're on to level 2, which we'll probably have to quit in the middle of, but that's fine because there's a save point in here. And this game does not let you save between levels. You gotta save at save points. And I know it's bullshit, but...
And you had said before that some of them even cost money, right?
Later ones cost money.
Oh no.
And that's the only purpose of gold, though, so... See, Spire 2. Orc troopers and evil imps defend the fortified entrance of the dungeon proper. You must defeat these fanatic guards and find a way to negotiate the platforms and blocks of moving stone that impede your progress. A barred cage houses the lever that opens the exit to the gatehouse. You must solve the puzzle that lifts the cage to penetrate the lower levels of the dungeon. Now this is the first real level.
Very moody.
Yes, you come up here, find the levers to raise the cage. Now as soon as you walk in here, there's gonna be orcs.
Orcs?
But all you gotta do, hold down attack, you should be able to handle them no problem. And there's the other one trying to run at me from behind the cage.
Oh, the AI isn't that great, is it? It's like, I can't get you! I'm gonna get you! They're so fast, though.
They're fast, but yeah, they don't attack too often, which is good. Oh, here comes another one.
Why did we install this in the center of the room? That's funny. That's really funny.
And that last one drops the silver key, which appears in our menu.
What do we do? Can we use that to open the cage in the center of the room or something? Or
yeah, from the last level we got 3 fireball spells and 3 razor spells.
Razor spells.
Razor spells.
So that's someone. Does it summon razor blades?
I think so. I think it's such like you shoot a bunch of razor blades in front of you.
That's pretty brutal.
But yeah, the lever to progress is underneath this cage, and we gotta find 2 levers elsewhere to lift the cage.
Oh, green blood. I wonder if that was red in like other regions.
I don't know. I didn't see anything in the options menu to change the blood color. It must just be orc blood. But yeah, we come up here, and we're gonna find a very special item up here.
What is this? What is that?
You see that? It's a pig.
It's a pig?
If you recall, in the opening cutscene, you saw a pig with dynamite strapped to its back. And you might be thinking, oh, it's just a normal pig that some orc strapped dynamite to. But that's not the case. The pigs are actually spells. They are summoned from another dimension where they are sentient and they want to die. They are suicidal pigs, and they prefer to die when they're taking someone else with them. They were created by some mad wizard. Oh, god damn it.
Well, that's mean. Why does that do so much damage? Well, you said health pickets are pretty common, though, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal, right?
It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
There's another spell over here.
So what, you just like you cast the pig spell, and then they just go chasing after stuff?
They go after the nearest enemy, and if there is no enemy close enough, they'll go after you.
So is that why the guy in the intro was like really happy to see the pig? Because he's like, oh boy, a pig spell, but it was actually cast on him?
No, I think he just didn't realize it was a spell.
Oh.
And I cannot get back on those platforms. I'm doing a lot worse than I did last time I played. Anyway, we have the silver key, so now we can open the silver doors.
So they just put the, around the edges of doors, they'll just have the colors or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's chalk drawings on the wall already, like this up arrow here. You can barely see it because of the camera.
Yeah, well, the camera definitely is a problem, but...
Yeah. But this door here, this is opened elsewhere. This is one of the secrets, finding the door lever that opens that door.
I assume that lever's going to take that platform up.
Yep.
Can you get below the platform?
No, because as soon as you pull that lever, your movement is halted.
Oh, I see.
Also, imps on their way.
Now, you said there's a quick way to kill imps, right?
Yeah, just
Oh, okay, yeah.
sideways slash. Lobs off their heads.
What's going on with their bodies? Oh, they're like enlarging in size. I thought they were gonna pull like a...
Yeah, but do you hear that noise?
I don't hear anything.
That noise.
What is that?
You listen for that? You know there's a save point nearby.
Oh, I see.
So, might as well test this out. See if I can save.
Oh, there you go.
You can only have one save per card.
Oh.
Remember that.
Oh.
I can only have one save per card. It only takes one block.
What's up with that skull? Why is it double-faced?
It's double-sided, and the left eye is always glowing red.
What's up with that?
I don't know, but it's the logo of the game. Ian Livingstone himself actually directed this game.
So everything in here was to his design specifications?
Yes, this is the Gary Gygax. Ian Livingstone was like the Gary Gygax of video games.
Well, he never made any other games, though.
No, but he could have.
Yeah, he could have, yeah. Do you think if this series would have continued on, if it could have maybe become like an actual like big hit? Do you think it could have happened?
Probably. I mean, Deathtrap Dungeon's one of those games that really deserves like a remake.
I think it does too.
Better controls. Anyway, this lever resets the lift because what you normally do is you step on it and hit square to raise it.
Yeah.
And if you fall off, you can go it back with that.
Okay. Well, we talked about this before. Like we hate when people like remake stuff. Like remake bad games. They're the ones that need to be remade, not good ones.
Okay, so now we get some platforming. So let me just line myself up and jump over here.
That looks really tough.
Just getting yourself lined up is the hard part, so that you're going straight.
So there's only two jump distances in this game.
Well, 3.
Okay.
Because you can jump from a standstill, and it's not as far. So I pull this lever, brings over a couple more platforms, and now we can walk over to there.
Maybe we should read the book this is based on, maybe.
Oh, I want to. It was originally... There was a point where it was available as an ebook on, like, mobile phones. Mm-hmm. But some copyright shit happened and then they got taken down.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we can find it someplace. This just seems like one of those games that someone would have, like, made, like, a fan update to or something.
Yeah, or, like, hacks, like, custom levels. There's so much you could do with a game like this.
The platforming, for some reason, really seems to remind me of Shadow of the Colossus for some reason.
Or Ico?
Yeah, just because it's not really like a fully... Oh, what the hell? Okay.
Okay, now, these imps up here, they start with their backs turned toward you. So if you hold in the walk button... Come on.
God, that's so weird when tank control characters do that. Like, no one walks like that.
And...
That is so cool.
Yep.
Now, how long do they take to kill without doing that?
Quite a few hits. If you just repeatedly stab them without lobbing off their heads, it can take up to 3, maybe 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the orcs are literally die to anything?
Yeah, pretty much. There might be easier ways to kill them, but it's easier just to stab them. Because the stabbing gives you your longest reach.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, there's a hole here with an orc at the bottom, and it wants you to kill the orc in order to call the lift that it's standing on. So what you do is you walk over to this lever, and before I pull this lever, I'm going to enter first-person mode and show you the ceiling.
Oh, it's got arrow traps?
Fireball traps.
Fireball traps, okay.
Dead orc.
Dead orc.
Orc's dead, so now the lift comes.
Well, okay, so that's supposed to teach you about traps, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah. Use traps to your advantage.
There aren't enough trap-based games out there. Like, there need to be more trap-based games.
Okay, and then the lift deactivates itself.
Oh, I was gonna say after watching the introduction that dude in the beginning, right? That amateur adventurer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It seemed like he was really trying too hard to play Dark Souls correctly, because he was going so fast and like he didn't give a crap about anything. He didn't have enough iframes. He couldn't do it. He was too heavy.
Like, he went in there with a big old cart full of weapons, forced her to play to him that he's probably not proficient with. Thinking, man, Deathtrap Dungeon, this place can't be all that bad. I mean, monsters aren't real.
Why did he even try?
Oh yeah, but more about the story. All of the people in this dungeon actually work for Melkor, the dragon. Yeah, it's just Melkor is the one who's actually enslaved to this town.
Where have I heard that name before?
Melkor?
I swear I've heard that name before.
I don't know. But this is... Oh, I see an enemy up ahead. Yeah, an orc hiding behind the corner. But yeah, as soon as you get close to those torches, the wall at the end of this tunnel is going to lift up.
Oh, that was pretty good, actually. But again, that's so cheap, though. You had no preparation for that. Like, can you do a side step, like a side spin or something?
Sides?
Well, not a side spin, but I mean, like, can you do, like, a side evade?
Like, you can walk left.
Yeah, but is there a way to, like, do a jump left like Laura can?
Yeah, like this. Hello? I guess I need room to do it? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what okay, so you're supposed to use that if you're still walking around. Okay.
Yeah, but you need the reflexes for that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but this is a pretty simple maze. You just pull this lever.
Okay.
And it moves this block that was over here into the entrance.
I see. Okay.
And you come over here, you pull this lever.
Yeah, I've never liked puzzles like that, where it's go here, hit a lever, to go to the other place to hit a lever. I've never liked that.
Okay. Now, this is a confusing part if you're not keeping a map of this place in your head, because if you turn right, you'll go back to the start. So you want to follow the arrow.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people might think it's a trick. Like, bunch of health potions.
It's so cool that you can save those. This game would be so much worse if you couldn't save those.
Yeah, like, you can only drink a potion in the place where you found it, and if you can't drink it, then you just leave it there. What kind of logic is that?
A lot of games do that, though,
but
for
yeah,
some reason.
I pulled the first lever. Oh, fuck, I forgot about you. Luckily, you only did, like, 1 damage to me. Or was it 2? I don't know.
Oh, orcs are low CR creatures.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of stats Red Lotus would have. If
Are there more imps up here?
More imps?
No, I don't think so.
No, there's only the 2.
Okay, now there's a couple of ways you can get back down. You can either jump all the way over to that platform.
Yep.
Or you can very carefully find the platform that you came down from.
I think a lot of, I say new school gamers, but it's not really new school anymore, but I think a lot of people who play games nowadays maybe aren't used to actually having to be patient enough to play these sort of things.
Or careful.
Or careful enough. I mean, believe me, I'm one of those ones. I've said it before. I'm not careful in anything I do. But I don't know. Maybe if I actually took more time to be patient, maybe I could enjoy more things. Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna save, and that's a good place to stop the first episode.
Yeah,
we went a bit over time, but I did have to look for a memory card.
Yes, so you'll be fine. It'll be like 32 minutes, 33 minutes. Not too bad. I'm excited, though. I'm so glad this is working. No more problems.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you all so very much for watching. Be sure to leave a comment, because comments make me happy. And if you want to support this channel, the best way you can do that is to share this video.
And if you want to see some more of me, there's a link to my Twitch below.
So, we'll see you all in the next video.
Bye, guys.
He does less damage than Joe, can carry less than Joe, can't play the piano, and can't pick locks. He is the least useful member of Stars. Everyone else has something cool about them except for him. He's just the generic hero, I guess. What, is he the underdog? Am I supposed to root for him? I don't give a shit about him.